listen to Rick Night. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ryan.
And what we do today on the show?
We're doing another album review. This one for The Unraveling of PUP the Band by PUP, a band.
Yeah, they're a punk rock band. Their name is short for Pathetic Use of Potential. Canadian punk rock band. I've been a fan of them for a good minute. You want to tell people where they can get a hold of us?
Sure. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/record night. We're on Twitter at record_night. We're on Instagram at record night pod. And we just got an old fashioned Gmail at recordnightpod@gmail.com.
Yeah. And, man, it's been a while since we were able to do this. I'm so glad we're talking.
I know. Yeah. Just been busy and traveling
life, man.
Now we're sick. So,
well, I'm not sick. I mean, I could be sick, but I'm fine. I think
I'm illness sick, and you're like,
I'm just
sick.
I'm just so fucking busy. It's just ridiculous.
Well, thanks for taking time out of your day to chat with me about some albums.
Yeah, we're doing it all night. You guys won't know this, but we're marathoning it tonight, and we'll see how long Ryan can go before he passes out.
Yeah, before I completely lose my voice.
Yeah. But PUP the Band, their fourth album, called The Unraveling of PUP the Band. Stylized is all just one word. The Unraveling of PUP the Band. They released a record back in 2019 called Morbid Stuff, which is when I started to listen to them. And
I think you had suggested that to me when you started listening to it.
Yeah, and now I'm a big fan of PUP the Band. I'm seeing them on my birthday. They're coming to Lawrence on my birthday. So
nice.
Yeah, so it'll be like the day after I get back from Rhode Island for your wedding.
Nice. You're gonna be real tired.
We'll see what happens. I'll be fine. But yeah, I've been following PUP for a while. They're a punk rock band. Some people might call them pop punk, but fuck you. They're a punk band, and they released a record called Unraveling of PUP the Band. Do you know anything about PUP, for just you personally, like before you listened to this record? Or anything?
No, not beyond you. Like, I don't even remember if I listened to Morbid Stuff. I might have.
Yeah.
But I think I barely remember it. So no, I don't really have any prior experience with them.
You win this with a clean slate. That's nice to hear. It's basically just Stephen Babcock, who's the lead vocals and rhythm guitar, Zach McCullough, Steve Sladkowski, and Nestor Chumak. They are a punk band that every song, no matter how cheery it sounds, is about dying almost. This record is sort of a concept record. Did you get that?
The only concept I really got was of the 4 chords tracks that were sprinkled throughout, but no, I did not really pick up on many concepts.
So with this record, sort of I guess I could almost call it a marketing scheme, is that it's imagine PUP as some sort of corporation and they're about to fail. And they talk about the members of the band as boards of directors, referencing, sort of the metaphor for band members, got into this really excited, and I was not let down.
It's good. I will say right off the bat, I don't think there's a single bad track on here.
No.
No. There are some I like more than others, but
sure,
re-listening through it, I was like, no, these are all pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, but
you sort of mentioned earlier, you're like, it's punk, it's not pop punk, but I feel like it fits in with this kind of new wave of punk where it reminded me a lot of listening maybe to Jeff Rosenstock or something like that. Like this new...
Jeff Rosenstock and PUP are pretty adjacent when it comes to punk bands that's okay for older people to listen to. Mm-hmm. And young people too.
It feels like what did I say? It's like pop punk, but matured or aged, and a little bit more ambitious.
Yeah, well, I'll say that for sure. After the 4 chord songs, which are basically kind of intro tracks, are just interstitials because they last maybe a minute and a half.
Yeah, which I really appreciated about these. I felt like when I saw that there were 4 of them, just looking at the track list before I listened, I was like, oh no. Yeah. They're just going to keep revisiting this thing. And especially, after the first track, which was like a minute and a half long, I'm like, damn, are these gonna take up like a quarter of this album?
And they don't. They're
No,
there.
they definitely don't overstay their welcome. The first one is the longest one, where it's kind of piano, and then it ends with like some very purposefully like overproduced strings and kind of like a triumphant thingy, and like tubular bells and horns, and like all this stuff shows up, and then it just gets right into the punk rock.
I do love the lyrics of this whole thing. Honestly, for example, in that first one, this is and all your friends they him like it's only listen to noise punk or nothing, and they haven't listened to any new music since college. I love that. Because I know people like that, and I've been terrified I was gonna be that guy that stopped listening to music, and I luckily have done my best to listen to new things.
Well, I mean, you have to. You have a podcast now.
I know. I kind of have to fucking be that dude. But they could pretty get straight into the catchiness and we're totally fine, which is radio ready. I guess that's why. But it's a really catchy song, and I found myself humming it or singing it or mouthing it while I'm working. But all these songs in here, and this is pretty true of PUP. They're all pretty dark.
Yeah, some of them are for sure.
Yeah, like for example, the chorus of this is lately I'm starting to feel like I'm slowly dying, and I've been being real. I don't even mind.
Yeah, this was a pretty good, just like lyric album. It has some like darker, deeper stuff like that, but then it has stuff like "Robot Writes a Love Song."
Yeah,
which it's kind of like a goofy song about a robot being in love with somebody and like uploading consciousness. Like it feels very, I don't know, it feels fun, and that's kind of what I look for in a lot of like. Yeah, if you're not going to go political punk, at least go like fun with it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's that's cute that way. There's also about a cute song about guitar.
Yeah,
Matilda. Yeah, which is, I mean, we've heard about bands singing those songs for their equipment. Like for example, Terra Mellis did that song about the guitar pedal.
Right.
Yeah, and it's not the same, but the thing is the guitar is what he used to play. Until the guitar he used to play all the time until it sounded like garbage, right? And he didn't want to get rid of it because it was a gift from his friend Ryan, and he said that getting a guitar as a gift from his friend Ryan was the most like the nice thing anyone's ever done for him.
Right,
but
it's got a lot of sentimental value.
Yeah, but now he has a better guitar, but he likes to play it every now and then. He played it for that song on the record, Matilda, which is a catchy ass song too. God, they're all so good. Overall, it's a good record. Like it's got everything you want from a punk record, and it has like a few little soft tracks, but I mean you expect that on almost any record, right? Like at least one like kind of ballady type thing.
Yeah. So I said that there's no bad tracks on here, but there are a few tracks I was kind of iffy on.
Yeah.
Like the whole song is never bad, but there are parts where it's like you'll have a section that's kind of just like, this is whatever, but then they always make it up with like a really awesome chorus or another section that sounds really cool. So there are a couple songs that aren't as evenly balanced, like Relentless kind of stands out to me. Like I don't like the verses of that one, but I think the chorus is like one of the stronger choruses on here.
It comes in, you're like, oh great, okay, I like this.
Yeah, I was also kind of on Habits, but again, the like really good standout tracks outweigh these kind of mid tracks. Like I like Totally Fine. Robot Writes the Love Song's good. Waiting is really cool because it's like really heavy.
Yeah.
At least for the rest of the compared to the rest of the album, and then you get these again really good choruses, and then the final track, "PUP the Band Incorporated," is filing for bankruptcy. That's a really good final track for like kind of encompassing everything they want to talk about, and it was great. This is a good album.
After more stuff, I was not upset with this record. I was pretty pleased, and I can guarantee you that when I'm at the show in June, I'm going to be screaming along these lyrics with everyone else.
Of course,
because I connect with this, and they're about my age. Like they're about they're either a little bit younger or a little bit older than me. So
yeah, and you do kind of get that in the album of just like older dudes kind of existing in what's kind of like young person's genre. Not that they're older or anything, but just like they're older than most punk people tend to be, unless they're like legacy bands.
And it says, you know, the last song, Puff the Band of the Ink, is song Fine for Bankruptcy. There's a line that says, "Too old for teen eggs, too young to be watched."
Right.
So, and you know, I'm 35. And, by the time I actually see them, I would just be 36. But this is a great record, and I can't wait to see. I want to see more of the Pup. I want to see them continue to grow, because like you were like they're saying, they're now at a point where like you shit or you get the pot, or you quit and you do a boring job, or you continue to do this. You know?
Right. And then honestly, this is a good, like, I don't wish for this to be their final album, but if it was going to be a final album,
it works.
It's a good final album.
Yeah.
It's very like they called their shot, and you know, they kind of laid everything out. Like, this is, especially with like the 4 chords thing, it's like this is kind of our issue, you know, the issues we're having with labels and all that stuff.
And Stefan's been saying that like after every record they've done, they've felt like this is their last record, like because they're gonna break up, but no, they're just continuing on, and hopefully they keep on doing this, because it's good shit.
Oh yeah,
you know. But
well, it gets a recommendation from me.
Oh yeah, thumbs up. You know, light, light the solid 8 Pantano. But no, this is a good record. If you like the morbid stuff, you like this one just as much, I think. And it's continuing to grow on me the more I listen to it. And my copy's actually stuck in New York for the past 4 days, waiting. Yeah, the shipment label has been created. It's just USPS is awaiting the item. So, the fuck ever. They said it was supposed to ship at the end of this month, and we're pretty much at the end of the month, so I'm hoping I get a shipment notification.
They got a couple days left. Give them time. Yeah,
thumbs up. Pup the Band. Pup the Band. The Unraveling of Pup the Band. You can either order from their website, or it's probably your local record store. I would
imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was released back on the beginning of April. We've been busy since then. Since the beginning of April. Yeah. So, all right, guys. We'll thanks for listening, and see you guys next time.
Bye.